Prefer when I'm by myself. I don't wanna hang around y'all. Pray for good health.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Combat Sports Weekly. This is Coach Franco Rulloda and still waiting for my co-host. Okay, pero habang nandun, samahan nyo muna ako. How is everybody? Nakaboto na ba tayong lahat? Nag-away na ba tayong lahat? May friends pa ba tayo? Tignan nyo nga muna. Okay, so what's up, everybody? Hello, welcome to the channel. Now, for everyone who's new, we talk about sports, we talk about the latest developments, we talk about the fighters that you should watch out for, and the events that transpired for the past week. Now, we weren't able to do nung Monday because it was elections. What's up, MJ? Thank you so much to everyone who is sharing this live. We gotta look for another way to talk about this. Parang live. I don't want to say live show eh. Parang bastos eh, di ba? Ano tayo? Tawag dito. This live discussion. Okay, ayusin natin ng konti. Sana hindi ako makintab. Now, everyone, please thank you so much for sharing the video. Thank you for liking, okay, sending us your thumbs up, sending us those hearts and those emojis. Really, really appreciate it. As in, we just wanted to share stories. I wanted to just serve the me and my fellow titos of fighting just wanted to serve the community and be part of the growth because we all came from here. Now, in as much as we want to accommodate a lot of people, okay, with the limited time that we have, okay, so please bear with us with all our limitations. Now, we have our supers, we have our numbers and our donation clicks there. Everything that we receive, thank you po sa mga nagsusuporta sa channel namin, that everything that you give this channel will be invested back to this channel. Okay, we always make sure that everything that was given to this channel and to this show is given back to the community. Okay, we create more content, we do more commentaries. It gives us the opportunity to appreciate you all. And of course, joining me is my fellow Titos of Fighting, Karl De Mesa from Destroy MNL. What's up, brother?
Good evening, Coach Franco. How are you doing, sir?
Sabi ko nga, nakaboto na ba lahat ng tao dito? Nag-away na ba lahat? Diba? Ito yun eh. Here's the thing about election fever. Everyone's gonna start motting off, pero nobody will square up. That's the thing. Diba?
It's like we always say in street fights.
Oo, diba? It's the reality.
It's all hot air, man. Yeah.
Sobra. It's very polarizing and I'm glad that it's over. So at least kahit papano, everyone can start discussing and getting back to work. Now, as always,
we have real fights to talk about though.
We have real fights to talk about. Ang dami natin pwede pag-usapan. And everyone, please share this. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube, Coach Franco Rulloda. And we are live also in MMA Davao. Please subscribe to, to Destroy MNL. Okay, follow Karl De Mesa. He has his new book out and we will sneak that in later. But for everything, okay, again, iulitin ko lang kasi we have some features unlocked dito, Carl. So people now can support the channel by clicking the links in the description.
Please give us monies.
Kasi may mga nagtatanong kung paano raw sila magsusupport sa channel. So sabi ko, okay, let's do this. Medyo, nung hindi namin pinapansin nung una, pero eventually, sige, medyo marami na and we're very overwhelmed, we're very flattered. Yeah. So at least kahit papano, and we always promise that everything that is given to this channel will be invested back to the channel, into the community, kasi nga, you guys are the people that we serve. Akala mo, I mean, it
Pambili man lang ng kape-kape habang kape nyo, kaya ng tsako,
diba? Tsaka totoo naman. So it allows us to do more content, do more commentaries. It gives us time to study and analyze data.
Yeah. Oo.
Diba? So,
parang extra few minutes, ganyan. We can log off work early or just keep the lights on.
Oo, yun yung natin dyan. And it's, again, thank you for the overwhelming support of our community. And speaking of that, okay, daanan muna natin to. This is one of the things that I was really, really happy about, okay? Over the weekend, all the way from results from Los Angeles, California. This is also in Sandman Boxing's page. Marlon Tapales knocks out Jose Estrella in the second round for the IBF #1 super bantamweight title. Okay, this is for the #1 contender spot, and Marlon Tapales. This guy has been on a roll lately. He's been winning a lot, especially in his campaign in the United States. So a proud, okay, product of Sandman Boxing's, the Sandman Promotions and Sandman Boxing program. So it's very, very interesting that a lot of people campaigning in the States are doing really, really well. Upcoming fights, nandyan si Mark Magsayo. And then of course, in the SEA Games, yung mga boxers natin sa SEA Games, 'di ba? Sila Nesty, Yumir, these are our premier athletes na tawag dito, who will showcase their talent in a few days.
Yeah. Kickboxing
Diba?
ata tapos na, coach.
Kickboxing din. Kickboxing is a
panalo
huge
na sina-
surprise kasi
daming gold.
ang daming gold, ang daming medals, 'di ba? So
Yes. Everybody, I think, medaled.
Yep. A huge chunk of them medaled. Gerald Paat, good evening, bro. Good evening. A huge chunk of the people that was the contingent of the Philippine kickboxing team medaled in the SEA Games. So it's a huge boost in Philippine sports, and it's one of the reasons why we do this show. We want to showcase Philippine talent, and we've always said time and again na ang dami nating magagaling na atleta dito. So again, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We got 12 participants sa kickboxing. Majority of them nagmedal. Okay? So we got Carlos Alvarez, we got Jomar Balangi, we got si Gina Inyong, tsaka si Honorio Banario. Yan. Diba? Gina Inyong, Honorio Banario, standouts from the Lakay Wushu team, diba? Professional MMA fighters. They became part of the Philippine kickboxing team. So I think this is the Samahang Kickboxing ng Pilipinas, if we are not mistaken. If we're wrong, if we're messing this up, please put it in the comment section. If you have questions, okay, if you have suggestions, if you have any stories to share, put it in the comment section.
Please.
Okay?
From Vietnam, ano bang pinagdaanan nila or something.
So we got that, and then very excited for the other contingents now. The Philippine Wushu team, yung kaibigan po natin dyan, si Agatawong got a silver and a gold medal for the country.
Wow.
Another guy, I forgot his name. Nag-gold din yun.
Muay Thai, I think, is tomorrow.
Muay Thai is tomorrow. So very excited for sino ba? Si El Capitan, si Delarmino's there. Fritz Biagtan is there.
Yeah, Islay. Borneo.
So we got 2 Y crew participants, and then the rest are full contact. And then I'm very excited for a huge chunk of our teammates sa Muay Thai Association of the Philippines. We're very excited for them. Yan, si El Capitan, si Fritz, and yung amateur, and yung SEA Games debut ni Mauro Lumba. I'm very excited for this guy kasi he's been waiting for this chance. Diba?
Lighter weight class guy, right?
Oo, weight class kasi yung lagiging problema lagi ni Mauro. And si Mauro yung nakakainis na medyo complete package, diba? Tall, dark, and handsome. Tapos tangay na MMA fight. Tapos Muay Thai fight. Muay Thai athlete, national athlete, diba?
Lahat na nagpasawag.
Hahanapan mo ng mali Hahanapan mo ng malitong si Mauro Hahanapan mo. Diba, maitim ba yung siko nito? Mabaho siguro to. Nakakainis Okay.
I think they love that as well, though. Yung parang may imperfections daw siya
Diba, kailangan hanapan natin sana mapanot ng maaga to, diba? And of course, the Philippine Jiu-Jitsu team, the Philippine contingent in the Jiu-Jitsu team, a huge chunk of them, if not all of them, won. I think all of them won. So we got Jolly Co, John Cortez, Mark Lim, Professor Carlo Peña, Coach Meggy Ochoa, and Coach Annie Ramirez. All of them medaled. Okay, so Professor Peña got silver. Meggy Ochoa and Coach Meggy and Coach Annie both got golds in their division. Coach Jollico got silver. Coach John Cortez and Coach Mark. I call them coach kasi mga brown belts na to Okay, so jiu-jitsu, pag brown belt ka na, coach na tawag sa'yo. You have that rank. Okay, for some. And then at black belt, you're called a professor or sensei.
Yeah.
Now, these are high-level athletes, these are high-level fighters, and all of them got medals, diba? So I think Mark Lim got bronze as well. So John Cortez, Mark Lim got bronze. Now, if I mess this up, people, okay, correct us in the comment section. Then Jolly Ko got silver as well in the Nogi division. I've been waiting for this moment for Jolly Ko to shine. As in, when she started her
Sobrang dark horse,
journey,
diba?
hindi, tsaka parang sleeper. Yung mga tipong,
Mm-mm.
siya yung mga tipong tahimik,
Pero killer
sobrang
pala, diba?
galing, pero killer, di ba? Nanguupak ng lalaki. Now, she's in the one of the biggest stage in Southeast Asia. She's able to dominate her opponents and win. Of course, standouts na yan. Standouts na natin si Meggy Ochoa tsaka si Annie Ramirez and si Professor Carlo Peña. So, for them to bring honor, okay? So, it goes to show,
sobra.
diba? It goes to show how good we are in combat sports. Believe mo, a lot of the kickboxing, wushu,
Yeah.
diba? Muay Thai pala bukas pa or the next
Bukas
day.
pa.
Bukas pa. Diba?
Bukas pa.
Jiu-jitsu, wrestling.
Yeah.
Diba? These are combat sports na nag-excel ang Pilipino.
Yeah.
Diba?
I think especially, coach, the grappling side, like the wrestling and the jits. Hindi kasi
The wrestling,
grappling
I'm
tradition,
super excited
diba?
for wrestling.
Yeah.
Diba? Super excited
just
for
in
wrestling.
terms of those, yung wala tayong college, tradition, diba? So,
Alam mo?
and I think a lot of people just underestimate us because, wala nga tayong tradition na ngayon, but we're so good and people don't know how competitive it is, especially with the Mongolians. Mga ganon, yung mga Southeast Asia, diba? May mga tradition, mga especially Korea, ganyan.
Alam mo, si Tito Carla mismo nagsabi, okay, bro mo, this is a guy from the outside looking in. We really need a grassroots program. And if you guys remember our interview with Professor Alvin Aguilar, that's something that's been missing, especially in the combat sports scene. Diba? We need a grassroots program na
Siyempre,
talaga.
boxing country tayo So.
Hindi, walang problema sa boxing. Pero, alam mo yun, we can excel in other sports.
Yeah.
Especially
It's just
combat
really,
sports. Yan,
tama
boxing
ka
nga,
sa
combat
grassroots.
sports yun eh.
Yes,
Diba?
exactly. No, I mean, since we're boxing country, mostly that's, understandably, that's where the chunk of the budget and the popularity goes. But here we are excelling in an art that has no tradition in our
Tsaka
schools, diba?
ang galing. Ang dami natin, ako nagsasabi sa inyo, guys, ang dami nating magagaling na fighters. Hindi tayo mauubusan ng magaling na fighters. We have really, and I think a huge chunk of that is because we have really good coaches. Coaches that sacrificed a lot of their time and a huge chunk of their lives to learn this sport, to learn a particular sport, get good at it, and have the capacity to share that knowledge and create more students and to create more athletes and to create more fighters. Yun yung nakakalimutan natin sa history ng ating ng ating martial arts scene. There are a lot of coaches na talagang nagsakripisyo para mag-aral, 'di ba? So that they can share that knowledge. Now, I'm trying to Teka lang may hinahanap ako dito nawala kasi nag-update yung ko Okay? Of course, ang isa sa mga the best natin na source ng what do you call this? Ng ating boxing news, ang ating kaibigan, si Baby Dynamite Sports, si Rica Aquino. So please hop on and follow her page here on Facebook. Kasi here's the thing, last weekend we held Elorde TV, yan si Alvin Goff, Real Fight PH, sila yung nag-cover ng UKC fight sa Elorde Ballroom. Okay, so we're very happy that they're doing this. So dadaanan lang po natin yung results nung event na yon para malaman po ninyo. So these were, ilan ba to? I think these were 13 fights. 13 fights to 13. All for free. Okay, all for free. Ganon kamahal ng Elorde ang mamamayang Pilipino. Okay, they mounted this event, diba? And made sure na parang free admission. They wanted to test na, okay, let's get people back in, let's get audience in. So syempre may capacity si Elorde Ballroom. They just went to the capacity so that people can still do some social distancing. Pero at least
Also live stream, 'di ba? Kasi
May
nag-commentate si
live
Narita.
stream.
Oo.
Nag-commentate si Rika tsaka si Alvin Go. So it's all over Elorde TV. Pero we have to really commend the fighters. So let's start with in the super flyweight division. Antonio Uy versus Carlo Diaz. Antonio Uy won this fight via TKO in the second round. Yun yung nakakatuwa sa ganitong events eh. Ang daming TKO victories. I mean, if you're a boxing fan, okay, ang daming TKO victories sa event na to. Nakakatuwa. Yun yung maganda
This
sa
is
mga
only boxing or may
boxing
ano din?
lang to. Boxing
Boxing.
lang to. Diba? Yun yung maganda. If you watch local boxing live, ang daming
Ito na
TKO
yan.
victories. Excuse me, nakakatuwa siya. Kasi, and even if umabot siya sa decision, alam mo nagsusuntukan talaga yung mga fighters. That's the thing about Pinoy fighters. Eh. We always want entertaining fights, and the fighters din naman, they want to deliver. So it's very good
Galit
for
sa
the
training.
audience, especially if you watch it live. Ang ano niya, ang nakakatuwa siya. Kaya ako, I always, whenever I have the time to do it, I do live commentaries kasi nga nakakatuwa siya panoorin, and we want to provide a very dynamic and analytical na pagbe-breakdown sa inyo. Para pagka naririnig nyo naman sa screens nyo, di ba? Medyo matino naman yung commentary, di ba? Yan.
Hindi naman patapon.
Hindi patapon, di ba? Kasi kailangan angat natin yung level. Kaya nakakatuwa na it was Rika and Alvin Go of Real Fight PH na gumawa ng commentary. Kasi nakikita mo may sense yung sinasabi nila eh. Hindi patapon tae. So for super featherweight, we got Dennis Ireno versus Clarence Brebornia. Okay, so Dennis Ireno won that fight via unanimous decision. And then we got Eusebio Corotan Jr. versus Jimboy Navidad. Eusebio Corotan won that via unanimous decision. JV Antonio. Is this John JV Antonio? Alam ko si John JV Antonio to eh.
You know him?
I covered that guy for several fights na. Okay, umabot siya ng decision. Hindi, 4 rounds. Okay, from Lawrence Dumamag. Okay, Lawrence won via unanimous decision. And then we got Dondel Pomar versus Robin Langres. And Langres won that via unanimous decision. Another unanimous decision win by Ali Caniega versus Jerry Paterno. Pateño, sorry. Especially this one, si Ali Caniega, tangkad nito eh. Pag nakita mo to, Carl, matangkad to. Pero
anong weight class niyan?
Pero nasa welterweight. Parang 145 pounds, bro. Pag nakita mo,
145 ang welterweight ng boxing.
Oh,
Wow,
how the hell does this guy make 145? Magugulat ka. Kasi
will choke
ako, 145,
boxing.
wala na. sunog na ako nun. Wala na ako nun. Roland J. Biandima versus Powell Balaba. Biandima won this via TKO in the third round. And then Jover Amistoso won via TKO as well against Mervin Lulu. Joniel Laurente won another KO victory against Dexter Eraya. Yan, ito si Jover Amistoso tsaka si Joniel Laurente. I've covered these fighters as well. Very good prospects. They're very exciting to watch. That's why it's always entertaining to watch them. So,
is that a Laurente brother?
Hindi iba to eh. Hindi ko alam eh.
Unrelated.
Baka lang kapangalan lang. And then we got Brian Tamayo versus Jetro Pabustar. Pabustar won that via split decision. This was a really, really close fight. It could have gone either way. I watched it. I was watching it while doing work.
Busted.
May isang earpiece. Kasi ako naman pag yung mga ganyan, basta maganda yung card, and Elorde and VSP Promotions and Elorde TV, dude, pag nakita mo, if you check them out sa Elorde TV, follow them on Facebook, okay, Elorde TV, kay Kuya Marty Elorde yan. Maganda pati yung presentation, yung graphics,
production.
Pag nakita mo si Rika at si Alvin, profesh, di ba? So it's very entertaining to watch, and at least you can listen on sa background.
Maraming event na hindi professional ang
di ba? Yung para di ba? Yung sabi ko naka-earphones ako sa isang tenga so that I can hear it from the background, di ba? So that tapos pag may exciting lang, doon lang ako sisilip. Tsaka ang production value nito, Tito Carl, may instant replay sila. May instant
Ay,
replay.
wow!
Oh.
Talaga.
Di
Take
ba?
that, New York Athletic Commission.
Oh.
Walang instant replay.
Diba? So we got Richard Pumikpik versus Edison Beruela. Pumikpik won this via unanimous decision. Pumikpik is another really good prospect here. Medyo nakakatuwa din to panoorin. Gary Tamayo versus Danny Tampipi. Gary Tamayo won this at the 6th round. Ay, sorry. Tama ba? Oo. Gary Tamayo won this. Si Danny Tampipi, pag nakita mo to, wala tong the only mode na meron si Danny Tampipi is forward. Ito yung mga get 3 so that I can give 1. Ganong fighter to si Danny Tampipi. And then we got Aljun Pelesio versus Bonjun Loperenz. Aljun won that in the first round. See, kita nyo, out of the entire fight, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ang TKOs tsaka KO wins. Ganon ka exciting yung fight card na to. Okay? So you have to give it to the organizers. Thank you to the promoters. Thank you sa organizers ng event na ito. And of course, another one na ang tawag dito, na dinaanan natin. Hinahanap ko yung result din noon, pinasend natin kay Coach Rene. Ayan. I-message lang natin si Coach Rene kasi sinasabi ko talaga i-announce ko yung mga winners. So we visited the Philippine PEC. Tama to, dito ka, PEC, Philippine Encuentro. Okay, Philippine Encuentro na event sa
challenge,
Makati.
Challenge
it's a very, nakakatuwa yung event na yun. Solid yung event na yun. Nakakatuwa. It's very enjoyable. It's one of those, it used to be in that old Makati kickboxing gym. Now it's the CFS, the Catalan Fighting System gym. It's very nostalgic walking up the stairs and seeing the gym and how the Catalans were able to improve and maximize the space. Now they hold pocket tournaments there. It's very, very interesting. It was so much fun to watch. Ang pinaka ko dito, this is MMA. This is MMA. Ang pinaka gusto ko doon is masarap maging audience. So kasama ko si Coach Lester Del Rosario. It was one of the rare times na nasa MMA event kami na hindi kami nagtatrabaho. We were just watching.
Enjoying it. Yes.
Enjoying it. Okay? Yun yung pinaka gusto namin, di ba? Sabi
It's great
ko,
that you can parang, kaya ko pala mahal yung sport na to kasi ganito, di ba?
And they were ang ganda rin nung pagkaka-organize, ang ganda nung execution ng Catalan team. It was a family affair. I was very happy to see na a lot of the Catalan gyms were there, 'di ba? They were participating. There were
affiliates nila.
'Di ba? 'Di ba? They were supportive of each other's events. This is something that is very, very it's very nice to see. Nakakatuwa siya.
It's pro-am, right? It's a pro-am.
It's a pro-am event. So, if you have questions, kung meron kayo napansin dun sa event, if you watch that, let me know.
If you were there, tell us.
If you were there, let me know.
Experience.
So, let's do this. Marami. Ito yun, dito, Carl.
Go.
Ang dami to, bro. Parang 20 bouts sila, man.
Ano oras kayo nandun?
Ang dami nila, man. Ang dami. Parang nag-start siya ng 10-ish.
10 a.m.
Tapos siya mga 6 p.m.-ish. Pero
parang pamilyar.
Sulit yung laban.
Okay.
Ang dami. Tsaka action, tuloy-tuloy siya. So again, to the organizers, the referees, the judges, okay, the videographer, yung production value niya, di ba? Siyempre, tsaka ang saya lang. Ang saya, you go there, you watch fights, di ba? You see people screaming, cheering, di ba? Nakakatuwa siya, nakakatuwa.
Old school. Yeah.
So we got Carlo, So we got Carlo Martonito versus Jeremy Torres. The winner is Jeremy Torres via rear naked choke. So that was bout 1. And then bout 2 is Charlie Villanueva versus Joshua Valenzuela. The winner is Joshua Valenzuela via TKO. Kita nyo, the first 2 fights, tapusan
TKO.
kagad.
Oh,
Di ba? Then bout number 3 is Joey Genovania versus Jared Alzate. The winner is Jared Alzate via rear naked choke as well. And then bout 4 is Gio Alvarez versus Don Samosa, and the winner is Gio Alvarez via rear naked choke as well. Diba? I'll give my observations then later. Okay, we got France Anthony Brutas versus Claire de Guzman, and the winner is Claire de Guzman via TKO. Even the girl bouts were very, very competitive. Tapos gamer na lalo yung mga babae. Sobrang gamer. We got Kurt Tato versus Zach Leonardo. Winner is Kurt Tato via unanimous decision. Bout number 7 is Rico Asombrado versus Brian Alviar. Winner is Asombrado via guillotine choke. We got J.R. Copiado versus Charles Cabahug. Winner is Charles Cabahug via TKO. This was an exciting fight. Nakakatuwa tong laban na to. Napanood pa namin to. Terzo Torres versus Alexander Napolitano. The winner is Alexander Napolitano via KO. And then we got Ruel Alimanco versus Bernardo Camahalan. Winner is Bernardo Camahalan via referee stoppage. Dave Morales. Yeah, to some of the names here as well are some of the names here are also fighting sa PMAF. So these are your pro-ams, your amateurs, di ba, getting their licks in. Yun yung maganda eh. They're going to different tournaments para mahasa yung ano nila.
It's the best
para mahasa
strategy.
yung skill sets nila. So Denzel Dave Morales versus John Lee Lopez. The winner is John Lee Lopez via unanimous decision. Then we got Georgette Valiente versus Mark Anthony Halaron. Winner is Halaron via unanimous decision. Alan Albindo versus Christian Paul Laurio. Winner is Albindo via rear naked choke. We got JM Guntayon versus Dennis De Los Santos. Winner is Guntayon via TKO. Nakikita niyo, di ba? Rear naked choke, TKO. Okay. Iilan pa lang yung minimension ko na yun na mga decision. Then we got Jeroham Amanate versus Yuki Hart. Hindi ko alam to eh. Yuki Hart ba talaga yung pangalan nito? Okay. Winner is Yuki Hart via TKO. Jupiter Lora versus Rene Catalan Jr. Winner is Lora via submission. Jupiter Lora, if I am not mistaken, is from Bicol. Dala to ni Lions Den MMA from Bicol. Winner is Rene Catalan Jr. Ito, feeling talaga namin magtatanggalan sila ng leeg. As far as I know, Carl, ito yung ito yung bulldog choke eh. Alam ko bulldog choke yung pagkapanalo nito ni Jupiter Lora.
Nice.
And then this was another exciting fight. Sobrang excited to. Sahir Ali versus Jay Verdadero. Okay, ito yung feeling ko ito magandang pag-usapan natin. Ito yung may mga may mga conflicting opinions about the rules. Then we got Marcos Balogon versus Patrick Paul Manicad. Manicad won this via unanimous decision. And then Maylene Matias versus Baby Jen Buzon. Winner is Matias via submission. And then the co-main event is Alberto Patindol Jr. versus Jay Solana. The winner is Jay Solana via unanimous decision. Ang nakakatuwa pa dito, meron silang senior citizens na laban. Hindi ko na alam kung ano nangyari. Hindi ko na naabutan. Hindi ko alam eh. Kung meron pa nanood.
Senior talaga as in Masters.
Oh, as in Masters of the Masters to. Pero magkakita mo sila, medyo gayot na.
Bigay,
Parang isipin mo nga, 60 plus na ba ito mga to? Parang laki pa ng katawan eh. Parang,
old man strong, coach.
Ano na?
Yan. Old man strong.
Old man strength. Mga old man strength na na para feeling ko ito yung mga coaches ng mga gyms eh. Tapos, 'di ba? Parang okay, may ka-age pala ako doon eh. Tara nga, try nga natin
Ayun
'to,
na,
'di ba?
sige.
Para 'di ba, tanggal kati
Which
lang
one stood
siguro.
out for you
Nakakatuwa.
pala?
Um,
Anong mga natripan mo?
a lot of the PMAF standouts, the Philippine MMA Federation
Okay.
standouts were very. I mean, when I saw them, and of course, I was cheering for them. Dahil, syempre, kilala ko sila. Diba?
Yeah.
Yung iba, and it's also nice to see that there are names that I have. Ako naman, I'm super bad with names, pero namumukhaan ko. But I also saw new faces. I also saw new faces, which is good. Kasi ibig sabihin, nare-replenish yung talent. And
Yes,
there
may
are
fresh
leagues
blood.
like, diba, fresh blood. And then there are leagues like the Philippine Encuentro ng mga ng Catalan gyms that the nagiging avenue nila to showcase their talent.
Yes,
Um,
that is best. Yan yung
the
parang almost
Sahir Ali,
grassroots. Yeah.
the Sahir Ali fight
oo.
was really exciting.
Yeah, what happened
Okay,
there?
don't get me wrong.
Oo.
Ang nakakatuwa doon is they were evenly matched eh. I mean, don't get me wrong. I saw Sahir Ali fight in ESFC as well. I saw him fight. I know that this guy has the swag, he has the skill sets, he has the right mindset to really be in MMA. Ang nakakatuwa lang din doon was he was matched up with an equally game opponent. Teka lang, hanapin natin yung pangalan nila. Ayan. So, Sahir Ali versus Jay Verdadero. Okay, Verdadero is another fighter that I saw for the first time, and I saw this guy can fight. Sabi ko, this guy can fight. Okay, ang ganda ng... He has really good striking, has really good distance management. Okay. Ayan, si Tito JC, oh. Absent si Tito JC ngayon kasi
May ata
nagbe-blessing
siya, may bagong podcast.
may bagong podcast studio si Tito JC. Ang ganda.
Grabe, kailangan
Pinakita niya yung
dayuhin sa
picture
Marikina
amin,
pa.
Diba? So going back to the Sahir Ali versus
Yeah.
Jay Verdadero fight, it was an evenly matched fight. If you watch it, I think there's probably a video out there on YouTube. Panoorin nyo. Pag nakita mo to, Carl, mapapakanga ka. Kasi you would think na one fighter had the upper hand and then magugulat ka. There were times wherein one fighter was wobbling. Tapos magugulat ka, may babato siya, bang! Tapos yung kalaban niya, siya naman yung wobble. So parang, alam mo yung biglang mag-adrenaline rush sigurado. So hahabulin niya yun. Ang problema is, dito po tayo papasok ngayon. Okay? Dito po tayo papasok sa technicalities. And,
Technical stuff.
And knowing the rule set. So this is where you really have to know the rules. If you're not the fighter, you don't have the time, it's your coach's responsibility to know the rules.
Corner work.
Diba? The corner work. Diba? As far as I know, okay, syempre, di naman tayo part nung...
Hindi ka naman matindong news meeting.
Diba? Diba? Hindi tayo part ng audience tayo. Diba? Sabi natin, di tayo magtatrabaho. Diba? Support tayo. Supportan natin yan. Philippine Encuentro Championships or Challenge. I'm sorry. Philippine Encuentro Championship. Okay? Very good job. Very good.
Okay.
Diba? Very good job. Oy! Teka lang. Tignan mo to, Tito Carl. Yung guest natin dati, si Benson Aguirre. Ayun, listening to the podcast. Hello. Also, training for my first tournament in Jiu-Jitsu will be held. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What's up, Benson? Thank you. You are in good hands with Coach Mike Datu. I'll do my best to go there as well to support Coach Mike. Yan, si Coach Mike, love natin
good
yan.
Good luck. Saan
good
tournament
luck,
yung nasa June?
Sa ano yan eh? Sa Cavite. Ano yan?
Okay.
Ano ni... Grappling Games. I think that's the name, Grappling Games. So of course, we're gonna support that. Now, going back to the Philippine Encuentro Championships, okay? Ang ano natin dyan is familiarity with the rule sets. Now, yun yung medyo buzzkill eh. For me, buzzkill yun eh. Yung maganda yung action, as in nagbabawian sila. As in, I'm telling you, Carl, you have to look, if I see a fight here, if I see a YouTube clip of this fight, I'm gonna send it to our GC.
Send that shit.
Magugulat ka. Suntukan tong dalawan to. And then all of a sudden, medyo buzzkill kasi someone went for a heel hook, someone went for a back face, then apparently bawal pala siya. So, as far as I know, okay, yung discussion nila Coach Catalan doon was Pwede mag-heel hook, bawal mag-back fist. Okay? So yun
On
yung
the
medyo
feet, okay.
so sabihin na,
Bawal
so syempre,
mag-back
it's
fist.
their tournament, it's their
Yeah,
rule
okay.
set. Now everyone
Yeah.
has to abide by it.
Modified, yeah. Pero
Everyone has to
more or
know
less
this.
it's the unified. Unified pa rin siya, more or less.
Unified.
Okay.
Oh, pasok yan doon, unified. Tapos, nag-rules briefing daw sila the night before.
Okay.
So sabi ni
As it should be, yeah.
Oo, 'di ba? Ni Coach Rene, nag-rules briefing po tayo kagabi. In-announce nila 'yon.
Bawal po back
So,
fist, bawal
heel
pwede
hook.
heel hook. Okay.
Pwede heel
Pwede
hook,
rip.
bawal back fist. Now,
Okay.
if I mess this up or if my memory serves
Bakit
me wrong,
sabi
there
nila,
anybody
baka po
from
mali.
the Philippine Encuentro Championship, okay, pwede put it in the comment section. So, yun yung rule. Yun yung rule. Sa pagkakatanda ko. Okay, pwede mag-heel hook, bawal mag-back fist. So, I think sino ba na gano'n? Nire-replay ko yung laban sa utak ko eh. I
So,
think
may nag-heel
Verdadero went for a heel hook. And then the corners shouted, bawal yan, bawal yan. So
Okay, let it
they
go.
paused. So they
They
paused the
paused.
fight.
Okay.
So at least reset tayo. Si Coach Robin ata ang referee. Really great job. Siya lang yung referee. Parang dalawa lang
All
ata
throughout?
silang referee. Dalawa lang
Okay.
ata siya, pero majority of the fights nakikita ko siya yung referee. Nakakapagod yun. Nakakapagod yun. Anyway. And then may nag-back fist. And the back fist naman was executed in a natural way or yung parang within
flow
the
siya.
motion.
Flow
siya. So hindi siya sinasadya. Parang siguro nasanay siya na jab straight, step to the side, back fist. Parang ano lang. Tapos nag-back fist. So may pause na naman na parang, oy, walang back fist, di ba? Yun yung dito mo
Pero hindi
makikita
tumama.
yung hindi naman.
Okay.
Meron ata dumaples. Parang dalawang beses, mga dalawang beses nangyari. Now, here's the thing. This is where you see how training is crucial when it comes to
Rule sets.
how you will execute during fights. And then, yung sinabi ni Carl ngayon, your familiarity with the rules should be applied in training pa lang. So, kung tutuusin, dapat yung pagba-back fist, yung pag-heel hook, madali nang iwasan yan eh. Pero nakita natin na nasanay siguro silang ginagawa yon or the situation presented itself. Yung sequence niya, ginawa niya.
Pagod ka na, wala ka na magagawa. Gagawin mo pa ulit-ulit. Gross movement eh.
Tsaka ito medyo 2-3 beses ko na napapansin to Ikaw, Carl, question. You got your opponent wobbled. What are you going to do? In your striking acumen and in your grappling and MMA, di ba? In your fight IQ wise, what are you going to do? You punch your opponent, legs are wobbled, you saw him claw back, what are you going to do?
Depends on my pero mostly I just wail on him. That's the di ba
exactly.
We just talk about it over and over.
Diba? Stay aggressive.
Huwag mo pagpahingahin, ganyan.
Wag mong pagpahingahin, di ba? Carl couldn't have said it any better. This is an attitude and mindset to Okay? Attitude, mindset to Dalawang laban na yung nakikita ko, okay? Na he got his opponent wobbled, fucking went for a heel, for a footlock. Okay? Hindi ko maintindihan yon. So, nangyari yan dito. Sa laban ni Sahir Ali, okay, tsaka ni Verdad. Am I missing out on that name? I don't want to mess up the names. Kawawa naman yung mga fighters natin. Where is that? Ang dami. Ayun Sahir Ali versus J. Verdadero. Okay?
Verdadero.
Basta, got their opponents wobbled. Ang ginawa niya, dove for a footlock. I'm like, what the hell is happening here?
How do you even do that?
Hindi, kasi wobbled? Normally, wobbled, normally sa sequence nangyayari yan na pag wobble niya, siguro, it's either you strike or you go for a takedown. Yeah. So siguro, depende yan sa mo. Diba? Si Kamzat, diba, got knocked down, ginawa niya, dove for a double leg. The two instances na nakita ko to, so was that Encuentro and sa RSF. Yung sa RSF, si Kenneth Maningat naman yon.
Ah,
Anak ng weteng. Eto, yung sa laban na to, nag-low kick or nag-body kick, sinalo niya. Pag salo niya, ginawa niya, nag-footlock. Sabi ko, anong ginawa? Ba't ka nag-footlock?
do you even train
Sabi-
that?
Hindi, hindi.
Seems weird.
Hindi mo, normally kasi, that's a conscious effort. Hindi ko maintindihan
Yeah,
why.
it is. Yun,
Okay?
yun. Parang i-effort ka
Why?
talaga, diba? Yeah,
Diba?
why?
You got the guy wobbled, nahihilo na yan eh. Konti na lang babagsak na yan eh. Dapat ground and pound. Hindi ko alam bakit diving for a footlock. So the same thing happened dito sa laban ni Ali tsaka ni Verdado. Na I
Think he
forgot
was
kung
trying to
sino.
prove a point?
Verdadero. Yun nga eh, di ba? Anong pinapatunayan nyo?
Kaya ako
Diba?
mag-footlock.
So
Footlock.
ito teka, inaalala ko yung sequence. Si Verdadero ba yung basta exchange. Ang ganda ng exchange eh. Biglang bang na bumagsak. So pagbagsak niya, na-expose syempre. Syempre bulagta, di ba?
Yeah,
So bulagta,
legs.
nakataas yung paa. Kinuha niya yung paa, nag-footlock. I was like, what on earth? What on
Hey,
earth
there's
are
a
you
leg.
doing? What are you doing? Diba? You should be swarming this guy. You should be ground and
Just,
pounding his ass. Why are you going for a footlock?
Complex kaya. Hirap kaya
Di
maka-footlock.
ko alam talaga. Diba?
Sayang. Anyway,
okay?
what happened? What happened afterwards?
Di naka-recover yung kalaban niya. So again, everyone, if you're watching
There
and
you go.
listening to this right now, and
Don't
or
do
you
that.
will listen to this episode in the near
Later.
future, diba? If you get someone down, diba, you either take them down or you knock them down. Especially pa if you get to knock them down, diba? Don't dive for footlocks kasi tapusin mo na kaagad eh. You're allowing your opponents time to recover,
Yes.
diba, defend, diba?
Pag nag-rest yung brain, makakabalik yan, makakatayo.
Makaka-recover
Kailangan lang
yun.
ulit-ulitin mo lang yung alog.
Kailangan mo lang anihin yun. So again, and then another one was fighter to ng Dojo Supremo eh. Yung Japanese guy. Forgot his name.
Okay. Small
Ayun,
guy.
basta the Japanese
Small
guy,
guy.
Japanese guy. So ang controversy was so he got the guy's back, flattened him out, and then started punching downwards. And then may isang suntok na nakalusot sa back of the head daw. And then everyone started getting riled up, 'di ba? Medyo para ako naman, okay, here we go again. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing about that rule, okay? So it got hit in the back of the head daw once or twice and then couldn't continue. So tapos na yung laban. Ngayon,
DQ.
the corner wanted the DQ. Pero hindi. 'Di ba? Ang tama yung call ni Coach Raben tsaka ni Coach Rene. TKO victory yon for the Japanese dude kasi he was inflicting damage and he was in a more dominant position. Now, even sa unified rules, if the fighter cannot continue and the doctor stops the fight, talo pa rin siya.
Yes, talo pa rin siya. Plus they were moving. I'm sure they were moving,
Now, let's get into the finer details of that back of the head rule. When you are I saw you this kahit sa briefings ko, okay? Someone gets your back and flattens you out. So ngayon, ang sinasabi natin is tatagilid ako. So ito yung hanggang dito ka pwedeng suntukin, okay? Yan.
Ear,
hanggang dito. So magmohok ka. Okay? Gawa ka ng mohawk. Gawa ka ng mohawk hanggang yun yung area kung saan ka pwedeng suntukin. Okay? This is very, very so as much as possible, we want to simplify the rules. So you take your hand, go to the side, magmoho kayo. Yun yung area kung saan kayo pwedeng suntukin. Okay? Now, the back of the head is a very tricky situation. However, diba, the rule states na ganito. Back of the head, ano yan eh. It's a very tricky position. Now, whenever I do my briefings to best explain this to fighters, when someone gets your back and flattens you out, it's your job to get out of that position. Diba? So rule number 1, protect yourself at all times. So pasok siya dun sa rule na yun. Pangalawa, you were brought into that position. It's your job to get out of that position. Kasi if you don't know how to get out of that position, hindi yan kasalanan nung nasa likod.
Yes.
Kasi trabaho niya to bring you in a compromising position. Ang trabaho niya is to be dominant. Ang trabaho niya is to
Score points from that
continue
position.
being in a dominant position. Now, ang pinaka-argument ng mga tao is, yan, si Tita Mamoy, kita mo, even Tita Mamoy, Moirine Espinosa is very, agrees with us. Okay, it's your job to get out of that position. So, especially in MMA context, again, ulitin ko yan protect yourself at all times. It's your job to get out of that position. Siyempre, trabaho ng kalaban mo to be in a more dominant position and keep beating you up. Now, ito yung nagiging loophole kasi at laging, hindi na nga siya loophole, excuse na siya para sa akin. So someone gets your back, starts punching you. So as much as possible, the job of the referee is to remind the fighter on top to keep it on the side of the head. So syempre, the person who is doing that, he'll do his best to keep punching in the side of the head. Now, the person who is below, yung nakuha yung likod, hindi naman yan stagnant Hindi naman yan nakaganon lang di ba? Gagalaw yan.
Static, yes.
Diba? Hindi yan static. So he'll keep moving. Now, as he moves, hindi mo makokontrol yung, as the referee, you cannot control the movement of the person in the bottom. You cannot also predict where the punches will land from the guy on top. Sasabihin mo ngayon, that's why if someone gets someone's back and flattens them out, prior to starting the attack, sasabihin ko na kagad sa fighter, keep your punches on the side of the head. Okay?
So you'll see the looping. Usually pag ganun.
Kailangan may looping yun.
Basta ganyan ka, okay ka lang.
Looping. Tapos hindi diretso. Kasi pag diretso, yan.
Ay, alam mo na, kita mo na.
Alam mo sinasadya yun. Okay? So ngayon, tsaka makikita mo yung angulo. Kasi yung nasa ilalim, gagalaw yan mag-e-escape yan. So hindi mo maiiwasan na merong makakalusot. Tsaka hello, isang suntok, may hilo
Isa lang
ka.
naman.
Yeah. Isa lang. Nag-grazing to grazing. It's not even a solid punch. It's a grazing punch.
So that's what happened to them.
That's what ako kasi nag-pile up na yung tao Pero nakita ko kasi, nakita niya so guy was flattened out. He was trying to cover, but at the same time he was trying to stand up. So person on top was doing his best to maintain position and nakita ko naman na looping yung suntok. Hindi siya diretso, looping.
So walang ill intent.
Walang ill intent. So
you remember, coach, may aside ko lang. You remember Eddie Alvarez, Yuri Lapicus.
Yun.
Diba?
He was moving, diba? He was moving. So he was moving his head, tinamaan, hindi naman sinasadya diba? Hindi naman sinasadya. So is it the guy's fault? No. Diba? Hindi niya kasalanan yun.
And he was losing, I think.
He was losing.
Ngayon, so parang sige, pa-DQ na lang natin.
Diba? Ang pangit naman nun. Diba? Gusto mo, diba? Magiging tactic siya Diba? To Carl's point, magiging tactic siya. So ano yun? So kada ano na lang, igagalaw natin yung ulo natin para ma-DQ yung kalaban
natin.
Mo,
ako sa baho.
Diba? Gagawin natin convenient excuse. Tsaka, hello. Diba? Yung mga referee, tsaka yung organizers, mga fighters yan, active fighters yan, hindi naman tanga yung mga yan, di ba? Alam nila kung ano yung masakit. Alam nila kung ano yung masakit, alam nila kung ano yung hindi. Merong makalusot na isa dyan, hindi masakit yun, di ba? Especially at the point of impact and the way the punch was thrown. When I saw it, di naman dapat masakit yun So kung nasaktan ka, di ba? Okay, nasaktan ka, hindi natin ini-invalidate yun, pero it's either kulang ka sa training or wag ka na lang mag-MMA.
Huwag ka na mag-MMA. Nasa business po tayo. So, you will get hurt.
So, it's also understandable na yung corner niya nagalit and then they were like, dapat DQ yan. Di alam yung rule set. Hindi. Diba? Again, protect yourself at all times. And number 2, it's your job to get out of that position. You were brought there because merong kang ginawang mali, yung kalaban mo may ginawang tama. Ngayon, it's his job now to punch you in the face. Diba? Tapos, kailangan gawin lang niya with no ill intent to circumvent the rules, 'di ba? And to which he did, 'di ba? Ang looping yung suntok looping. Ngayon, pag may tumamang isa, ang problema kasi dito, bro, ito 'yun Isa lang yung tumama Nagtataka ako isa tumama, parang
the rest is
Hindi naman sa nanggagago ako pero kasi di ba I'm like okay
well you were there so I wouldn't know
I was there so I was like okay kung masakit ibig sabihin kulang yung training mo di ba I mean
and you wanted a way out
hindi I mean di ko rin alam siguro mga sobrang lupit sobrang lakas susuntok nung sobrang lakas
magka-weight class sila pwede ba yun
magka-weight class naman sila
absolute ba sila
So, sige, sabihin na natin yun yung intangibles. But if we're talking about the rules, okay, if we're talking about the
Yes.
rules, the referee did his job. Okay?
Mm.
The dominating fighter did his job. The person in the bottom did not do his job. Now, we don't know kung anong rason niya, pero, di ba, kung merong dumaplis na isa or dalawa, pero kung yung judgment
Official
nung
mo.
referee and nung judges, nangyari yun sa tapat ng isang judge. May judge dun sa harapan nila. Diba?
Okay.
If they see that it was a legal blow, then it's a legal blow. Diba? Wala tayong,
Huwag ka na
diba? Tapos yung mga
makapag-ano,
extra comment na daya or ano, medyo ang hirap naman sabihin na dayaan yun kasi hindi mo naman alam na mapupunta ka sa posisyon na yun eh, 'di ba?
That's why you train
So,
for it.
'di ba? Hindi mo naman alam na, uy, makukuha yung likod niya, antayan natin. Pag nakuha yung likod niya, nako, bantayan natin kasi yan sigurado
Baka
mandadaya.
masapak sa ano.
'Di ba? Sasapakin niya yung gitna ng ulo. 'Di ba? Medyo ano,
Unless you have a
unfair.
post-fight brain scan, you can't really
diba?
say. Wala na.
It's unfair to the
So
fighters,
difficult.
it's unfair to the coaches, it's unfair
Plus,
to the
you
audience.
signed
and
the waiver, guys. You went into...
Oh.
Nobody forced you to,
So,
Hindi naman yung
again,
Mortal Kombat
yan. Maganda yung ano dyan. Yung pag diretso yung suntok, yun, sinasadya yun.
Sinasadya.
Pero pag medyo looping, tsaka if you're the person on top kasi, di ba, hooks in, flatten the guy out. Now, the flattened guy, your job is to get back on your knees and cover the sides of your head. So, di ba, may free lesson pa kayo ngayon sa amin, sa Tito sa Fighting nyo. Pag nakuha yung likod nyo sa isang MMA fight, you do your best to either sit up or kneel down. Diba? Balik kayo sa luhod. Tapos, para hindi, di ba, cover up. Dito tayo sa gilid. So, your forearm is covering your ear, the palms, and yan, dalawa yan, naka-cover to. So, kung susuntukin man kayo, dito sa braso tatama. So, you're gonna use that time. You buy time to get on your knees, to sit up, diba? To shake the guy off, scramble. Diba? Hindi yung nakatanga ka doon. Tapos, may dumaplis na isa, dalawa, tatlo.
I mean, I think we've
back of the
told
head.
our audience over and over, Coach, that, we're like entertainers here. We're not doing rocket science, but here you go. It's a free lesson. Try not to be stupid in the fight.
Diba?
We're not doing rocket science.
I always say that sa mga briefings ko. Kasi na ganyan na rin ako dati eh. During the early years of my refereeing, I think it was a Hideo Morikawa fight and some other guy. I forgot. Direklamo yun. Oo. So yung camera angle was from down looking up. So yung angle pa ganon. So based from this angle, mukhang sinasadya. Pero based from my angle, which was
well, you were there, right on top.
Oh, di ba? Ako, top view ako eh. Top view, bird's eye view ako. Tapos, ground level view ako. Para sa akin, hindi, kung meron man nakalusot, siguro mga 2 or 3 lang. Pero not enough to change the dynamic of the fight. Tapos, natapos din naman yung round na yun.
Okay.
So,
I mean, still protecting the fighter, di ba? No different.
Kaya after that, I was like, what? I was like, what? So, okay, lesson learned. So, every time mag-fighter briefing ako, I always remind the fighters of rule number 1, protect yourself at all times. Okay, number 2, diba? It's your opponent's job to kick your ass. So, it's your job to kick your opponent's ass. Diba?
Also, Coach, attend the rules briefing, take them to heart. It's
very
important to win.
Yan, okay.
Kasi po,
that's why it's
especially kung magkaiba yung liga na lalabanan nyo. I mean, rule sets make fights, like we always say, di ba? Kung nasa Muay Thai kayo, hindi kayo lalaban na kickboxing. It's not rocket science.
Napaka-importante nung sinabi ni Carl na yun. And of course, Silver Lining TV, Daryl Nacario, please subscribe to his channel. Magandang gabi rin sa'yo, brother. So, yan yung sinabi ni Carl, napaka-importante nun. I know it's boring, pero please attend the rules briefing.
But that's why you have coaches in your corner. Oo, ulit-ulitin lang. Humingi kayo ng PDF, basahin nyo sa phone, ulit-ulitin nyo lang.
Kasi dun mo malalaman kung may tama talaga or may mali. Tsaka para maiwasan natin yung mga ganong unnecessary comments or
Yeah.
kasi it only creates tension eh. It
Yeah.
only creates tension
Hindi
and
naman
it's
parang may
unfair.
dumi maglaro, mga ganyan, like,
Oh, 'di ba?
guys.
Parang kawawa naman, 'di ba? Wag
Do you
gano'n.
remember, I think, coach, quick aside lang, like, ang daming mga no slams, 'di ba, na liga sa jits or whatever, grappling.
Oo.
'Di ba may mga ganyan na, "Putya, ba't ako in-slam?" Ganyan. Chong, ikaw yung
Al
nalaglag, eh. Mga
Oo, 'di
gano'n.
ba? Yung mga nadapa, siyempre there are people na who will do their best to circumvent the rules or makalusot,
Yes, iba
'di ba?
yun, iba
'Di
pa
ba?
yun.
Gulang na lang 'yan eh.
Gulang
Pero that
yun, eh.
doesn't mean na the referees, 'di ba, are 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 not doing their job. So ayusin natin, 'di ba? Kaya inaano natin 'yan. Kaya nga inaano natin na yeah, may rules briefing. Kung ayaw nung fighter yung coaches umattend kayo kasi importante 'yan eh because it's the familiarity with the rules, tsaka para rin malaman nyo kung ano yung strategy nyo based on the
Yun,
rule set, 'di ba?
more
Yun yung nakita
importantly, yes.
natin, 'di ba?
How do you
Kailangan
win?
malaman nila 'yan.
Well, all in
So,
all, you looks like you enjoyed yourself
it was a
naman, coach, ah.
very, very nice event. Ang saya, ang saya. I
Nice to
wish
be a fight fan for one night,
oh,
'di ba?
'di ba? It's so nice to be there. To just audience ka lang, wala kang trabaho, 'di ba?
Hindi ako
'Di ba?
magtatrabaho. Oh,
Di
nice.
ako magtatrabaho, manonood lang ako, mag-enjoy ako. Sobrang it was a very fun experience. So, more
Sayang di mo
success,
inubutan yung seniors.
'di ba? More success and more well, definitely I'll do my best to kami naman sa PMAF, kami naman especially from the URCC to the PMAF family, we always do our best to visit yung iba't ibang mga fight leagues, 'di ba? We do our best na talagang, uy, suportahan natin tong mga iba't ibang events na to, whether especially ako, yan, UKC, any boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai event, MMA events, if I have the time, I'll pass by kasi syempre it's good to ano. Tsaka nung nandun po kami ni Coach Lester, okay? Nagbayad po kami ng entrance, okay?
Oh, 'di ba?
Siyempre,
Ayan, yan
kailangan
ang mismong
suportahan mo.
ano,
'Pag sumuporta
yes,
ka, hindi libre. As in, bili
yes.
kaming ticket. Kasi
Oh, 'di
nga,
ba?
kailangan yun para makapagawa pa ng iba pang events,
Iba pa.
makagawa pa ng
The next
mga
one.
susunod, 'di ba? Tsaka siyempre, para yan dun sa efforts ng mga nagtrabaho para dun sa events. Kaya ako talaga, like, 'di ba? Support tayo, support tayo. Pag sabi support tayo, punta tayo doon, 'di ba? Gawa i-spread natin sa social media. Tas ngayon pinagkukwentuhan namin ni Carl, 'di ba? Because it's good. It's how yun yung paraan para umangat yung community. Yun yung paraan para tsaka ang daming nanood, bro. Nakakatuwa.
That's great, man.
Nakakatuwa. Ang daming
Mm.
nanood. And
And to your
a
point, yan
huge
yung community kasi yan yung feeder, eventually yan yung feeder gyms that will go to PMAF and eventually carry the flag to international.
'di
Ano?
ba? And these are the fighters that will
Mm.
represent us in the international stage. So it's going to be a huge ano talaga. Ay, ito. Joe Vincent So,
Ay, nako,
congratulations.
congratulations, sir.
'Di ba?
Oh,
Isang
back
napakahusay na
from his
performance.
desert tour of duty, I think.
Yan,
Diba?
Joe Vincent So, isa sa mga premier MMA fighters ng bansa natin. Very huge win. Yun naman, hindi ko na napuntahan yun kasi ang
Layo eh.
layo na.
Sadly. But
Teka lang. Hindi,
congratulations to
ako normally yan.
Go,
Pag,
go.
pag, pag may oras ako or wala. I had prior commitments over the weekend. Of
Well, you
course,
can't attend them all, bro.
I can't
It's a
attend them all.
fact of
As much
life.
as I can, I want to attend as much. Di nga rin ako nakadaan doon sa UKC. Nag-promise ako kay Rika tsaka kay Alvin kung nadadaan ako. Hindi rin ako nakadaan. I was doing a lot of work. And I said I'll make it up to them next time na. So, as much as possible yan, any type of event that I could support and watch, I'll definitely watch and support. Doesn't matter who is organizing. Basta pasok sa schedule ko, panonoorin ko yan. Kasi, yun yung we have to do that. Iilan pa lang tayo sa community na to. So we have to support each other's events. We have to support each other's way of growing the community. So maganda yan. Okay? Uy! Coach Dalot, Coach Ronnie Rex, Dalot, all the way from Jensan. Tama ba, Coach Dalot? Jensan ba? Kasasabi ko lang kanina, Coach Dalot, yung panalo ni Tapales. Ang galing. Diba? IBF number 1 contender. Tama ba?
Congrats.
Marlon Tapales has been on a roll. Again, that guy is really, really good. He's on a roll. Always ready. Ito yung mga fighters na always ready. So, Tito Carl, please, any updates on the book before we end the show? What is
Oh,
happening? Do you have a copy with you?
yes, sir.
Show it. We want to see it.
Soon we will have your copies here.
Hindi,
Of
pero
course,
pakita
I
mo
am
muna.
with
Pakita
an
mo muna.
independent publisher, but my author copy has arrived. Here we go.
Yan! Calling out the destruction.
So this
Okay.
is, I think, one of the first books that details the fighters and scene in Philippines and Southeast Asia, Myanmar, Hong Kong, and Singapore.
How long did you make this
Now
book?
available in Shopee, sir. Oh, sorry.
How long did you make this book? I know we discussed this like years back, eh.
Yeah, this contents of this book, including the chapter on the fight scene, 2011.
Grabe, di ba?
Yeah.
2011.
Yeah.
Grabe.
So,
Saan daw
making a book
makakabili
for
niyan?
me.
May
Sa Shopee po, meron na po
Sa
tayong
Shopee,
Shopee.
meron na.
So,
Yan. Anong
meron na
store?
yan. Kasama na
Kaninong
po.
store?
Sa
Rebo
Rebo
Books?
Press, REBO Press.
So, Rebo Press,
Yeah.
type natin sa comment section.
Yes. Asan na ba yung
REBO, di
kanilang
ba?
logo?
Rebo Press.
Yes. Ayan po ang kanilang logo. Oop.
Ayan.
Oh.
Rebo Press.
Rebel Press. So, yan, ganyan. Making a book for me is like putting lightning in a bottle, and wrestling with lightning takes time. And dead
grabe.
trees.
It's an immersive storytelling na si Tito Carl.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sinend ko nga kay Tito Carl yung clip na yun. Si Tito Carl yung walang TikTok pero pinag-uusapan ng tao yung books niya sa TikTok. Kita mo yun, di ba? Sabi ko sa'yo eh.
Thank you. Hindi ko pa alam kung paano mag-TikTok.
The bookworms of
yeah.
TikTok, talagang sabi ko, uy, kilala ko yung author na yan.
Honored.
God.
So
Diba?
soon I will put these books in my tito's hands. Soon I am with an independent publisher, so it's not all easy right now. Syempre, ano tayo? Like the independent fight scene, ano po yan? Independent literature is
naman,
privately funded, and
it's a passion project, and it's one of the very few, if not the first, that I know of that documents the fight scene and the fight culture here sa Pilipinas.
Yes.
I have yet. Marami dyan, mga small books lang, pero like Arnis.
Ay,
diba?
mga ano yan, mga traditional, usually ganyan.
Traditional.
Plus they're
Pinoy.
privately funded din.
This one is like really, I read a few chapters from the early, yung meron kang pinadala sa akin. Yung early.
Ano yan, mga free, pinamimigay ko yung free, free.
Diba? So I saw the
chapter.
snippets. It's really, really nice. As in, I couldn't see anybody writing about this than you, bro. So
thank you.
Ano
And
siya?
they've all been published on some platform or the other, FHM or Fight Nation.
Rebo Press, bro. Rebo Press. Ano ang pangalan uli yun? Calling Out the Destruction. Right? The title of the book is Calling Out the Destruction by Karl De Mesa. Please
galing
get
din po ang
copies.
illustrator. Yeah.
Oo, ganda nga eh. Tsaka diba? May alam mo na kagad kung ano yung tungkol sa yung libro, diba? So,
violence po, tungkol sa violence.
Diba? Kung gusto niyo pong pag-aralan yung suntukan culture sa Pilipinas, please get that book. Okay? We will promote it some more when we get our hands on it.
When you get your copy, sana.
Oo, ako lang pwede natin puntahan kita dyan. Sakto, bukas na yung poblasyon.
Gulo na naman dito.
Magulo na naman.
Mag-level na naman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, final words, Tito Carl.
Congratulations to everybody who won past week, especially the SEA Games people, athletes. We're really glad the training did not suffer, and the pandemic did not get in the way too much of winning all those medals. Grabe ah. So parang made you guys hungrier, especially good. Congrats din dun sa mga nanalo sa pro-ams. Sabi nga ni Coach Franco, ang dami ninyong mga parang galit kayo ngayon, and daming mga gandang fights. So I hope that continues, and I hope we get more people in the bigger leagues soon. I think we should talk about that next time, like how we can get people more to like not only the UFC but one and elsewhere, Bellator.
Okay, everybody, please make sure to get the book. It's on Shopee. It's on Rebo Press. Follow Destroy MNL. Follow Karl De Mesa's author page on Facebook and on Instagram. Follow JC Reyes on TikTok. Oo, 'di ba? Add to cart, add to cart. Congratulations to everyone, okay, who made events. Congratulations to the winners. Um, Combat Sports is thriving, and we couldn't be any happier. Follow all of us on social media. I am on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube and TikTok. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. We appreciate you all, and we will see you next week on another edition of Combat Sports Weekly. Bye bye. Da 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 da.